Hello students, today we are going to learn capacitors. Again I have made slides to understand step by step. So here we go. A capacitor is a device that stores the electrical energy in an electric field, right? It's a passive electronics component with two terminals. The effect of capacitor is known as the capacitance, right? Suppose if we take two aluminum foil and in between we keep the insulator like paper, then that will work as a capacitor, right? Based on the dielectric or insulation which you have kept in the plates, the capacitor is categorized in the different categories like electrolytic capacitor, polyester type capacitor, tantalum type capacitor, then ceramic capacitor, mica capacitor, film capacitor. In film capacitor, the insulation is film, and in ceramic capacitor, the insulation is ceramic, and in the polyester capacitor, the insulation is polyester. So that depends upon the which dielectric you have used. So in that base, you can there are names of the capacitor. So these are the types of the capacitor like paper capacitor, mica capacitor, polyester capacitor. So these are the photographs of the capacitors. Now the types of the capacitor on the basis of the polarity. If the polarity is given, that means the positive and negatives should be considered. Like positive should be connected to the positive of the supply and negative should be connected to the negative of the supply. Example, if in rectifiers or power supplies, the positive of the power supply should be connected to the positive of the capacitor and negative of the power supply should be connected to the negative of the capacitor. In non-polarized capacitor, no polarity is required, so can be used in both ways. Example for coupling, for decoupling. In this, so many other uses are also there where non-polarized capacitor are used. So again, types of capacitor according to the fixed capacitance and variable capacitance. There are two types of capacitor. One is fixed capacitance, one is variable capacitance. In the fixed capacitor, like 1000 microfarad and 63 volts is there, that means the capacitance is fixed like 1000 microfarad. In the variable capacitance, two plates are there, one plate is fixed, another plate can be vary the capacitance. So as in the base of a trimmer, as in variable capacitors, gang capacitor, trimmer capacitor. So these are the variable capacitors. So how to measure the capacitance of the capacitors? The unit of capacitor is farad, right? So microfarad means 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad. And picofarad is 10 raised to the power minus 12 farad. And nanofarad means 10 raised to the power minus 9 farad. Two things are mentioned on the electrolytic capacitor or polarized capacitor. One is the how much is the capacitance there and how much is the maximum voltage it can bear. So suppose if a capacitor is 1000 microfarad, 63 volts, that means capacity is 1000 microfarad and up to 63 volt it can bear the voltage. So suppose you are using a power supply of 12 volts, right? So in that case you should use capacitor of minimum 40 volts. This PF capacitors are given and we will convert into the farads. Suppose 10 PF capacitor is there, that means 0.00001 microfarad. Suppose 101 PF capacitor is there, that means 100 PF, and 0.1 NF means 0.0001 microfarad. Suppose 1000 PF is given, that means it is 1 NF, 1 nanofarad is equal to 0.001 microfarad. So microfarad is important for measuring charging or discharging time and for other properties of the capacitor. More microfarad will store more charge, while voltage given to the capacitor shows that up to that voltage it can bear. If we are using 12 volt power supply in electronics, the capacitor should be minimum of 40 volts. Right? Again, measurement of capacity. In some capacitors, it is given as only 56, means it is of 56 PF. 760 means 760 PF, and 103 means 10 into 1000 means 10 kPF means 0.01 microfarad. 104 means 0.1 microfarad. 224 means 0.22 microfarad. 223 means 0.022 microfarad. In this, we can convert it into the farads. So capacitors can be used in either series and or in the parallel. In opposite to the resistance, resistances when they are connected in series, they will add. But in the opposite, in the capacitor case, when they are added in the series, that means their capacitances will work as a 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. But when they are connected in the parallel, that means their capacitance will add, like C1, C parallel is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4 and like that. Now, what are the uses of capacitors? First of all, as you know, the main use is to store the energy. Capacitor, this property is used in the computers to store the memory, 0 and 1 operation, and so many uses are there. So this I have shown one practical also. I have taken the capacitor and charging it through this battery. Now if I remove this battery, still the LED is on. That means it has stored some electrical energy in this capacitor, and the stay will depend upon the capacity of the capacitor, right? For smoothing, in power supply, rectifier capacitor are must for blocking DC and filtering AC, sorry. In all the power supply and rectifier, capacitor must for blocking DC and filtering AC. So for power supply, capacitor are must. Capacitor also used for coupling. In analog circuit, a coupling capacitor is used to connect two circuits such that only AC signal from first circuit can pass through the next while DC is blocked. Capacitors are used as a decoupling also. Like I have given you in this slide, this capacitor we will use as decoupling capacitor or the bypass capacitor. Capacitors are very much useful for timer application, as on delay timer, off delay timer, where you want the switch on the machinery after some time. Also used for off delay timer when you want switch off the robot or machinery after some time. So for on delay, off delay, for timing operation, capacitors are must. So again, one more use is a pulse power capacitor. High voltage pulse power capacitor are used to store and deliver a very short time big amount of energy. Nuclear weapons are also use a pulse power capacity of the capacitor. So motor starter, also in motor starter we use the capacitors. In robotics, to store the memory or 0 and 1, for 0 and 1 operation, we use the so many capacitors for charging and discharging. Thank you very much for joining. And next class we will study about the inductors.